So, back in the TV and film, moving from Star Wars, we'll go to Marvel. And, they announced a whole fleet of TV shows and movies that are going to expand this universe so far. The diversity is what really has me hyped. Just to see how diverse Marvel is going to be going into the future with all these characters makes me happy. Because as we talk about on this podcast a lot, we're two black men, and to see people other than races, not even of our own, other than white people, becoming big characters in this universe is great. Starting off, we're going to start with the first thing coming out soon is Wandavison, January 15th, which it looks crazy. I'm excited. We're gonna be introduced to the first person after Captain Marvel died to take up the mantle of Captain Marvel. Monica Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau. She's the only reason I want to watch this.
Yeah, she was the little black girl in the first Captain Marvel movie. She's also going to be in the second Captain Marvel movie, which we're going to get to that. This show, I'm excited for. I'm excited to see, because it leads into the multiverse of madness, and I'm excited to see where that goes specifically. We can assume what it's going to be about based on the comics, but at the same time, the trailer was so wild, and the movie universe is so different from the comics that it's not that easy to guess anymore, because they're not giving us too much. They haven't given us too much information other than who's going to be in it.
Yeah, I'm not real excited about this. I don't like Wanda or Vision as characters, at all. Really, the only reason I want to see this is because Monica Rambeau, she's cool. And Wiccan and Speed, those are two of my favorite comic book characters. I don't know if we're going to actually get to see them, but they seem to be setting up Young Avengers, kind of. So hopefully we do. Hopefully Speed has a more prominent role, because he was really only in Young Avengers, and then everything else he's in the background of the background in comics. And I'm like, he's such a cool character. You can do so much with him, and they don't. But I like Wiccan. I like Speed. Hopefully we get them both actually as characters.
So after that, March 19th, in 2021, we'll be getting Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm
hyped for.
Because first off, Falcon's costume looks so dope.
It looks great. It looks great.
And I feel like out of all of the shows so far, this is the one they put the most money into.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because they even Kevin Feige even described it as a movie put into a serious format across 6 episodes.
Yeah.
This looks like it's gonna be. I'm excited.
And I know it won't be multi-season. But I want more than anything for this to be either a multi-season show, or for this to change into a multi-season show.
I think that this might become either Captain America 4 with Falcon and in the lead role with Bucky being there as well. I think that's probably the potential this would morph into. But also I'm excited to see Zemo in more of a comic kind of accuracy in that, the purple baklava.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see Zemo. Zemo isn't one of my favorite characters from the comics, but he's a really cool character in the comics. I mean, he's a Nazi, but he's a cool character. I like him.
Yeah.
I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my interest in Zemo came from the Avengers Mightiest Heroes.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yes, he was so cool in that. Cool. Oh my God, Zemo was the best in that show.
Yeah.
I also really, really, really like U.S. Agent, which is really. I feel like I like all the slightly right wing characters. I'm not right wing at all, but I really like the slightly right wing characters. They make really great. I wonder why. No, they make really great villains, and so I really like U.S. Agent in the comics, especially in the newest Hawkeye series, Hawkeye Freefall, which was really short, and I thought it was gonna be longer, and I really hope they give Hawkeye an ongoing series soon. But he was in that towards the end, and he wasn't he wasn't a villain. He really did not play a role in that series, but even just the little bit he was in that, he was in maybe 3 or 4 panels, but the little bit he was in that was great. And I really do like U.S. Agent as a character in the comics. He's always been really interesting. And he started out as a villain, but now he's more of an anti-hero. And so it's just seeing that and seeing how he may evolve in the MCU, I really hope they don't kill him off, because they seem to kill off all the characters that I like all the cool and interesting villains. They kill them off for like one thing, and I'm like, they had more story to tell. Like, come on, there's so much more potential with them. So I really hope they don't kill US Agent off. And I'm really interested to see how they go with this, because like from everything I hear, it's like the government doesn't want a black man as Captain America, which is why U.S. Agent is there, and they can't have Winter Soldier as Captain America because he's a former terrorist.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why U.S. Agent is Captain America right now. And I love Mardipur, which is the city that they're in a couple of scenes in the trailer. Mardipur in the comics is basically like if you had a city run by criminals that was like New York, but like it has a bit of every culture from the world. It's run by criminals. Criminals are literally like openly on the streets. They run the city. They are run by other criminals. Like it's like Criminal the City if it was like in New York, but like in the middle of like New York was a separate thing in the middle of the ocean, pulled like a mix of like a bunch of different cultures. It's really hard to explain. But I really like Mardipur because Mardipur is like, it's like every series that has Mardipur in it. Captain America's I think it was his 2003 series, had Mardipur in it. It was like he and Iron Man went to Mardipur on an undercover mission. Hawkeye in 2012 went to Mardipur because there was something with like the Kingpin and Madam Mask and like a bunch of other criminals were like auctioning off a tape of like a faked execution by an Avenger or something like that. And so now seeing Falcon and the Winter Soldier go to Mardipur, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be so cool. So yeah, I love Mardipur. And I love Falcon and the Winter Soldier's characters. Like I do really like them. In one shot, this is a potential spoiler, but in one shot of the trailer, and it's really hard to miss. If you go back and watch the trailer where Falcon is on the like big rig thing, it's like it's split second, like blink and you miss it, and it's like really small, but it looks like he's holding the shield. And I'm like, yo, because I'm really excited to see how that works. Like really excited to see if he like actually takes up the mantle, he takes up the shield, and the Watchdogs. I think they're called the Watchdogs. Are in this comic. They're basically like a group of anti-mutant, kind of like domestic terrorists. Like they're just anti-mutant domestic terrorist hate group, and they were in Agents of Shield. But unless Agents of Shield really, because this new season of Agents of Shield is supposed to be like heavy into time travel, unless they change the timeline, then it's gonna make Agents of Shield non-canon. I'm really gonna hate that because Agents of Shield is so good. But like, the Watchdogs are already in Agents of Shield. They were already in like season 3 or something, and so they were like anti-Inhuman because the Inhumans kind of served as like the MCU's mutants because they couldn't use mutants. But yeah, that's changing. Sorry, I've been talking about nothing about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm just very excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's like my most anticipated.
Try not to talk too long about all of them because it's a lot.